Friday afternoon, Benjamin Doyle resigns from Parliament. Saturday, it's the big rugby test, and it's the biggest game since the World Cup final in terms of rugby. Saturday night, it's the Tamaki Makaurau by-election. And then obviously on Monday, ta-da, we have all the drama with Tom Phillips. So yes, it's unsurprising that I didn't. No. I have something for you on that issue. And I will just find it because I commented on the day and I wanted to introduce you to a weirdness to do with the resignation of Benjamin Doyle from Parliament on Friday afternoon. It goes like this. Benjamin Doyle's resignation was handled by the mainstream media on Friday afternoon past in exactly the way that you would expect the mainstream media to handle it. So, of course, Benjamin Doyle does not have singular pronouns. All right? Benjamin Doyle was apparently the first non-binary member of Parliament. And he was, almost got into trouble there. They, them, were elected to Parliament with an inability to use pronouns that were not plural. All right, so I thought it was just one person getting elected to Parliament, coming in off the list after the Green Party had yet another unfortunate event. But Benjamin Doyle came in and, almost did it again. Almost went to, he was a non-binary person who used the pronouns they and them. All right. So my immediate thought was, here is a member of Parliament who suffers from a multi-personality disorder. I know, wasn't that uncharitable? But when people refer to themselves as they and them, I wonder how many people are in there. You know, I've seen the movies too, all about Eve and various variety of horror movies, and you suddenly work out there are 7 personalities and there's one really nasty one and the other 5 are sort of okay and there's one nice one, and you get to take it in and the really nasty one kills all the other ones. You know, I've seen those movies. So I was going, and which one of the personalities am I talking to at the moment? Thinking, oh, good God, they've elected a mentally ill person to Parliament who has multi-personality disorder and even accepts that there's they and them in him. I mean, this is like some form of supernatural possession, Josh.
Actually, he could act in a horror movie, couldn't he? He'd fit in quite well.
Well, that would you learn, but you know.
We wouldn't have to act at all, really.
So I wasn't sure. So all throughout, other people in the media have played this game. Oh, well, you're they, them. Well, you're non-binary. Even though you look like a fella, you've got a beard, I'm pretty sure you've got a penis. And you are the father, or is it the parent of a child which apparently you had some role in creating? All right, pretty sure you don't have a uterus. So it was sort of like, how green of you, in a sort of pejorative sense of the word. Well, in the resignation statement that Benjamin Doyle gave on Friday afternoon and in subsequent media interviews, can I just read you some of them? In the statement that he gave, Doyle, who uses they, them pronouns, said in recent months, I have been on a journey of healing. I have been on a journey of healing. During this time, I have come to the realization that I cannot complete this journey while in Parliament. After having baseless and violent accusations thrown at me and an onslaught of hate, vitriol and threat, of real world violence directed at me and my whānau, I have decided to move on from Parliament. From the start, I have always said that my child is my priority, my Te Maiti asked me to leave Parliament and I am leaving for them and for my own well-being. Now, if I was they, them, and everybody else is still referring, Radio New Zealand, Television New Zealand, New Zealand Herald stuff, still playing the stupid non-binary game here, why does Mr. Doyle, why does he refer to himself as me and I, singular pronoun, when apparently he's multi-pronoun with everybody else and expects you to play that game? Now, wouldn't he be saying to himself, for example, during this time, we have come to the realization that we cannot complete this journey while in Parliament, and after having baseless and violence accusations thrown at us and an onslaught of hate, we have decided to move on from Parliament. Wouldn't that be the right way to handle this particular resignation?